I watch Roman Polanski's movies reluctantly. In 1977, the Polish film director allegedly drugged and violated a 13-year-old girl. In 1978, after a judge rejected his plea deal and planned to impose prison time, Polanski fled to France. He has never returned to the United States. The guy is a creep, a talented creep, but a creep nonetheless. That's unfortunate since he directed one of my favorite movies of all time, Chinatown with Jack Nicholson. It's a case of separating the art from the artist every time I sit down to watch one of his films. One of his films is 1968's Rosemary's Baby, which I'd not seen until recently. If you don't know, it's the story of a woman who moves with her actor husband into a luxury New York apartment. What she doesn't know is her entire floor is occupied by elderly Satanists, honest-to-God devil worshippers. What she also doesn't know is her husband makes a pact with the evil Manhattanites. He'll allow the devil to impregnate his wife in exchange for a career boost. Talk about not honoring your marriage vows. So Rosemary's Baby is a horror movie, right? Kinda, sorta. It's underpinned with dread and has a few outright scares, but I take it as a satire and social commentary more than I do horror. It's a movie about feminism and our succeed-at-any-cost culture. Mia Farrow plays Rosemary as hyper-feminine and trusting. In real life, you'd want to protect the young woman, and that's exactly what the material calls for. Ruth Gordon, who plays the lead Satanist manipulative wife, won a much-deserved Oscar for the portrayal. She and Farrow play wonderfully off one another. Rosemary is well-made and involving, but through no fault of its own, it has a been-there, done-that quality. It spawned a trend in devil movies that continues to this day. It does, however, deserve credit for kicking off the genre. Without it, you get no Exorcist. For those of us who've seen our share of devil movies, Rosemary's Baby feels rote until its last scene when it makes the leap into overt satire. Rosemary, still traumatized, finds a secret door into the Satanist's apartment. There she's shown the product of her unwanted union with Lucifer. We never get to see the child, but the protagonist's cry of, "What have you done to it? What have you done to its eyes?" speaks volumes. The devil worshippers, of course, answer with, "Hail Satan, hail Satan." My favorite part of this coda is when a stereotypical Japanese man snaps photos of baby and mama, because of course there would be Japanese Satanists, and of course they'd be shutterbugs. The most pathetic moment comes when a beaten Rosemary agrees to care for her demon baby. This of course says nothing about the role of women in modern America. Reservations about Polanski aside, Rosemary's Baby is a fine addition to the 60s movie canon. But did you know the movie is cursed? In February of 1968, 4 months before Rosemary's Baby's release, Mia Farrow went to India to study with the Maharishi Mahesh Yoga. If that name sounds familiar, it's because the retreat had other famous attendees: Paul McCartney, John Lennon, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. The Beatles. The apartment building where Rosemary's Baby was filmed was, and is, called the Dakota. It's where John Lennon was living when he was assassinated in 1980. Several times during the movie, you see the entryway where Lennon was shot. About a year after Rosemary came out, Polanski's pregnant wife Sharon Tate fell victim to the Manson family. Charles Manson, the leader of that deadly cult, said the killings were enacted to start a race war, which he called Helter Skelter. That name comes from a song on the Beatles' White Album. Manson, exemplar of good mental health that he was, said the Beatles were sending him encoded messages via their records. Not surprisingly, the Beatles denied this.